Alright, this video is going to be called How to Be Happy from a guy that's not that happy. Uh, it's a little ironic that I'm giving advice on how to be happy. Well, from what I've realized with meditation or going within the self, is that as long as you have a reason to be happy, your happiness can be taken away from you. So therefore, we should try to find happiness without reason. And one way we do that is we go inside ourselves and try to seek for that happiness, that feeling, regardless of circumstance, or regardless of the external, I'll call it outer space. Okay, let's just pretend we're in the middle of space and there's nothing but darkness around you. We'll call it a void. Or you could even have stars surrounding you, right? Or nothing at all. Let's just say there's nothing at all surrounding you. It's just you and your body. Well, how are you going to be happy then? If there's nothing to stimulate your senses, how can you find happiness in the middle of an empty void of space? Well, the answer is simple. You have to manifest it within yourself. So what's easier to try to control external circumstances, that are huge, that are quote unquote outside of our control, or what's easier to manage our inner space, things that are inside our own body that we can have quote unquote control over, or at least a sense of what's the word? A sense of freedom, so to speak. In our inner space, we have a sense of freedom. And I do believe personally that the more happy we are on the inside, the more that will translate in the outer space. So the inner space is happy, the outer space will also be happy. So I think what we should do, I think what's best, it's very tough, but it's something I'm trying to work on, because I'm going to start trying to meditate more, is trying to raise the vibrations in low vibrational areas. So I think, because everybody that wants to be like high vibrational and stuff, they just want to be with other high vibrational beings, and yeah, I get it. But you got to remember, there's a part of us out there that is low vibrational, and we have to try to lift the vibrations, so to speak, or we'll just say heal the area with our presence, with our radiation, like the sunlight. You know what? And if some places don't want to be healed, like Jesus said, dust off your shoes and walk away. Not everybody is going to accept your energy, and that's called free will. But yeah, if you just seriously like shut your eyes and you meditate and you just try to like be happy for no reason, or you try to conjure up or try to manifest happiness inside your own DNA or your own body, you try to produce those chemicals basically yourself. Like it's like having a it's not a very good example because roads don't reconstruct themselves around cars, but let's say the roads are perfectly paved and everything's fine on the outside, right? It's kind of just neutral. Everything's neutral on the outside, and then you're like, there's a problem with the road, right? But in reality, there's a problem with your engine. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to go inside the car. You need to fix the engine so the car can run smoothly, and then you can ride in your life smoothly, so to speak, metaphorically. I guess that's a kind of a good example, but it's not at the same time, because it's way different, because our bodies are a lot more high tech than cars. So yeah, focus on unconditional love and truth within your heart. Imagine you're in empty space, in the cosmos, just floating, and there's nothing around you, and you're responsible for your own happiness. Because if you have a reason to be happy, then your happiness can be controlled by external circumstances. And so we must master learning how to be happy without external circumstances controlling our happiness. And so that's why I think it's important. We can also meditate with our eyes open. That's called darshan, I think. It's called darshan, I think, where you meditate with your eyes open. You could do the same thing, because what's within is what's without as well. If you look at it from a holistic perspective of the universe, like technically I am the Milky Way galaxy speaking, or at least this galaxy cluster, or the event horizon of the universe, because all energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transformed. First law of thermodynamics, whatever. I don't really need to explain myself. I'm not going to in this video. I'm just going to tell you that if you want to be happy, try to be happy within, without external circumstances. And if something externally happens to make you happy, just be authentically grateful for it, you know what I mean? But don't be dependent on that external circumstance for your happiness, you know what I mean? You can be grateful. It's like what's the easy way to put this? Basically, when the external universe provides you with your needs or whatever, or with things that you're grateful for, just appreciate it, because things come and go, okay? That's just the nature of the universe, time. The sun right there behind me, however long it's going to last for, I don't know, but even the sun will come and go. So, just be grateful that it exists now and appreciate it for what it is, as a temporary expression of the infinite, the finite expression of the infinite. You can appreciate it, and then just, appreciate it while it's there, and then just be grateful it existed. Like some people would say, it's better to love and lost than to never be loved at all. So it's true. And when I say love, I guess you could say what you're grateful for, right? But yeah, don't let anything control your happiness, because if you do, then you can be controlled by external circumstances, if that makes sense. So we have to kind of turn this whole thing around on its head, quite literally. We have to go within. We have to seek happiness within ourselves, rather than trying to control external circumstances. It's like trying to fix a car's engine, and you're trying to pave the road, even though the road's not broken. It's really the engine that's broken. But you're out there, you're paving a road that's already fine. You know what I mean? So that's the best way I can explain it. So you're a being floating in empty space, and what surrounds you is the cosmos. And the more happy you feel inside, the more the outside will reflect that happiness, so to speak. But as we are headed towards a one world civilization, we need to not hold a blind eye, though, to those that are in low vibration. We need to rise the vibration of the lower vibrational beings. You know what I mean? It's the only way we're going to collectively, quote unquote, ascend, or at least, we either rise together or we fall apart. I'm gonna end the video with that quote. All right. Bye-bye.